Oh man, you know what never gets old? Anything besides this. Something that is not this exact process.
Even our jokes about this.
You know, it feels like at some point there was a series of claws, like the bronze claw, the gold claw, and the diamond claw, where like
there are
well, no, but like over time you'd get them, and then different areas would unlock based on that. Because I know they were trying to walk away from, you know, level scaling, so you would like get the gold claw when you were finally able to at a level where you could do gold claw rooms, but then they didn't really commit to that, and then the gold claw shows up like once.
So now we got the useless storm call shout.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, where you're like, it's clearance levels.
Yeah, exactly. And then finally you're ready to do
You found the red key.
diamond claw level stuffs.
That would be an interesting thing. It might go a little bit against the open world,
Oh,
go anywhere and take on any challenge, but that's an interesting approach.
What?
Josh, I don't know if you're aware of this, but find the red key is like, I think literally the first quest in any Elder Scrolls game.
Is it really?
Yeah, like the first thing you need to
Wasn't
do
in
is you
this
need to pick a
game.
key. In Arena, you need to pick up a key off of a stone bed, and I think it's the red key, even though it's not red in the interface or any in the game, but it's called the red key.
Why isn't it red?
Because they
Got
didn't have
infinite
hard
mana, you
assets.
don't.
Why can't you
That,
just
because
make it
Arena
red?
is a,
Open up
Arena is a
paint.
mess. Mumbles, you have no
Open
idea.
up MSN.
Okay,
Arena
so-
is the game we named Arena back when it was an arena, but now it's not, and we still have
Yeah,
the box
they-
art for it. So,
Yeah, Mumbles, the game is literally called Arena because they were making another game about arenas, and the box art was finalized. Like, it was already printed on shit, so that they couldn't change the name. Even though their game was totally different. Yeah, in the intro cutscene, it introduces, like, this is the Emperor and his captain of the
I like
guard,
doing
Talon.
this.
And you're like,
Guys,
okay,
guys, like
that's
power-up
cool.
thing. Oh wait.
So,
Why?
what's Talon's thing? And it never explains who Talon is or why he's important. And then if you read the manual, you're Talon. But then if you read in-game text, Talon's your father. But again, it's never mentioned.
All right, through the fucking portal.
Also,
The
Uriel Septim-
lamest area in the whole fucking game.
Also, in the intro cutscene, Uriel Septim is called both Uriel Septim IV and Uriel Septim VII.
Yeah, it's a mess.
So why did Demon Satan Dragon have a portal to Sovngarde?
Because he's Demon Satan Dragon, and he can do that.
That
Yeah,
is
pretty
sort of a weird thing, like having a portal to the afterlife. Like, it's really odd that when you get back, you don't tell everybody, holy cow, I found the door to Sovngarde. Anybody can visit it anytime they want. This is amazing.
You know
They're
what?
singing
I'm
the
going to go ahead and
Russian
say,
national anthem.
for the sake of Bethesda, like, for Bethesda's benefit, you know,
Isn't there-
to their credit, I think these questions are all answered. I really didn't care enough to look into it, and that's completely on me.
Many brave the shadowed veil.
So I never figured out if it's possible to not immediately have this guy die after you finish the conversation.
Spoilers.
In the gloom before dawn.
I just
Which
love
is
that
weird
Heaven,
since he's already dead, so like how does that work? But oh well.
That needs to be a trope, is somebody who dies the moment the conversation ends.
Until by dawn's light.
I just love how Heaven amounts to, like, overall, I think there's maybe 15 people in this area.
Oh
Yes.
my god, you're
And it
just
looks
wait
like-
until we get there for that.
And it looks just like Skyrim, except foggy. Like, what kind of shitty afterlife is this?
Well,
That
no,
it looks
the
exactly
fog
like...
is Alduin's fault.
Yeah.
'cause-
Yeah,
looks
Yeah, this
exactly
is
like-
this is the final fight. We're gonna have to clear Alduin's fog.
Beckoning us on to
We are
But the point-
weathermen.
But the
'Cause
point
that's
being... The point being that it looks just like Skyrim. How pissed off would you be if you die and you get to the afterlife and it looks like, you know, wherever you're from, Pittsburgh. And you're like, oh, I get to be here forever.
I thought hell was
Oh, good.
Pittsburgh.
but quenched was hope by the shrouding
I just,
mist.
you know,
Forever.
I want
Like,
it- I want
imagine
it
if
on
you
the box
die
art.
and you live in New Jersey
I've lost the way and wander blindly.
and that's your afterlife.
Hurry,
I
New
just
Jersey.
I want it on the box that the final fight is like brave the viscous gases of Alduin's wrath.
That would be a pretty quick way to get me to like examine a box more closely and then put it down
dude,
very
let's
quickly.
go.
Okay, what's the viscosity of this gas? I'm not sure if I'm on board with this.
So you guys
What's
are
up,
saying it looks like this because of fucking dragon farts? Is
Wait,
that
where'd
what
he go?
I'm...
Come on.
Is that what it is?
Basically,
That's the joke, that JPG.
Yeah, it's basically dragon farts all the way down.
Yeah. Oh no! Alduin ate him.
It's a good
And
thing
you can't
Alduin
use
went for
Dragon Red
this.
to take him down from here.
It's a good thing Alduin went for that soldier and not you, because that'd be just on.
He's just like magically immune to Dragon Rend right now. So this place is really lame and no one cares. Like this is literally all there is to the Nord afterlife. Is this place.
They've got Northern Lights all the time here. Do you know how much that costs?
Yeah,
like the idea
Northern
that
Lights are part of the old
Thor is on
electricity
a
bill.
budget.
Kids, I don't know if we can afford to put up the old Northern Lights this year. But Papa... I would make a joke about it being a Skyrim holiday, but they haven't had holidays in Bethesda games since Daggerfall, so...
And that's a shame.
Hey, what's
that's
up?
a really
I don't
easy
care that you're
way to
guarding.
make interesting
That's-
culture.
That's probably the only thing we haven't talked about the Elder Scrolls yet, is the whole idea of the actual functioning calendar, which plays basically no relevance in
What the
anything
fuck
after...
happened?
What the fuck?
What?
What just... Why did I
Johnny
die?
tried
What
to cross
killed
the
me?
bridge without his permission.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me, game?
Well,
Okay,
we can talk
if
more
you-
about dragon farts. Let's seriously sit down and talk about this.
If you're gonna have an insta kill attack, then it definitely needs to have an auto save before it. Screw you, Bethesda.
Look,
Right at the
Heimdall,
beginning of the bridge.
White Beefcake Heimdall decided we needed to die. I don't know what to tell you.
Heimdall.
Heimdall.
Maybe if
Let's
I
get
don't
real
talk
southern
to this
drawl
guy,
with
I
it.
just lure him over here so that he has a conversation with me, he won't get eaten. Or maybe I can hit Alduin when he lands.
Yes, and end the game
Come on.
early. You will break Bethesda's scripting and find...
Damn it! Oh,
Oh, that's
So
it.
I don't know if
this
you're aware of
guy.
this, Chris, but it
Color
actually
me
legit
surprised.
is pronounced Heimdall.
Heimdall.
Really?
I thought it was Heimdall.
No, it's Heimdall in the
Yeah,
film.
whatever. Also,
Yeah.
Thor is pronounced Tor, but whatever.
That's how I say
The
it.
whore.
Did you guys hear
Tor.
that the new Tor is a lady? Good
I
old
heard
Tor.
things.
You know, okay, I feel so bad because I never had any investment in Thor before. So this change is just gold for me
He
because
was
it's
a really
just,
cool
oh, that's
Asgard in
interesting.
Stargate.
Yeah. So
Same.
it's just interesting for me, but if somebody was really invested in the old Thor, then maybe they're really frustrated. Like if somebody replaced my
Dumb
Peter Parker,
fuck.
which I know they did, that was disappointing to me. But that's because I cared about Peter Parker and I liked him personally.
Are you talking about Ben Reilly, or are you talking about something else? Because that was like 20 years ago, dude.
I
No,
know,
he's talking about
not for
Doctor
me.
Are
Octopus.
you not aware of the Dr. Octopus thing that happened, Camp?
Yes, I'm
Aren't
aware
they,
of that.
they undid that.
Yeah, they undid
See, this
that.
is just it.
But it
My
happened.
Spider-Man is caught in basically the 70s. That's my Spider-Man. That's when I say Spider-Man, I'm thinking of that era of Spider-Man.
Wow, you sound like a Batman fan right now.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, if T-Sun and Heimdall got in a fight, who would win? I think Heimdall.
Mumbles.
T-Sun? How do you say this guy's name again? Is it Sun?
Teal Sun? Teal Sun and
T-Sun
Humdog.
is a pretty awesome name. It sounds like he's about...
Tex-
I'm just gonna call him
T-Dog.
T-Dog.
Is he related to
T-Dog and
T-Pain?
Humdog.
It's been too long since I last faced the doom-driven hero of the Dragon Blood.
Like, why do you give a shit that I'm Dragonborn? What does that even...
I'm in a Northern Lights.
Oh, is there a video game
Living or
happening?
dead by decree of shore. None may pass this perilous bridge till I judge them worthy of this warrior's test. T-Sun
So
in the
now I
house.
get to punch him. I punched him before! Why didn't he let me through? What the fu- Hey! back here. My fists are very short. Yeah, alright.
I like how we break the game and suddenly now this is the stupid easiest thing ever. Are we just gonna have to punch the dragon once? Is that what you're building up to? Is that the joke?
Yeah.
Yes. It's already
Spoilers.
happened.
Spoilers.
Spoiler warning, guys.
Well,
Okay,
I
so
just
legit,
now
that fight-
realized where Josh is taking us with this. So
Legitimately, you go into
Like-
that fight, and you're like, that fight with Sun, and you're like, well, you know, okay, so I get to fight this guy? Awesome. I haven't fought anybody lately. I'm getting kind of antsy.
So-
And then he beats your ass, and you're like, shit.
Here we are in Stovokor. I expected there to be more Klingons.
in the Hall of Obesity, where we do nothing
And
but
apparently-
feast for all eternity.
Apparently, there's only 8 Nords have ever died, because that's all the people that are here.
Yeah, like 25
Only 8
people.
Nord heroes have ever died.
Given the population of Skyrim, I'd say that's not like
Guys,
too.
You know what
Too
happened?
kinda
off.
sad.
What is it?
I kind of liked this. I know
I did
there's
too.
not a lot. There's not a lot of people there. I just like the idea that like after death, the Nords are just like having feasts and hanging out.
No,
I
time.
love the
stupid.
idea. I agree with Mumbles. I love the idea. It was very, again, it was very Thor-y, but I liked it.
You know what? You know why
There's
there aren't
currently
millions
nothing
of
beyond
dead
these
Nords
windows,
here?
by the way.
What do you think they're feasting on?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cannibal Land!
A dance in the
cannibal-
fire.
No wonder
Paradise.
Mumbles liked it.
And that's why. That's why these guys are still alive, because they're the greatest heroes, so nobody can... They just eat all the newcomers, because nobody's badass enough to eat them.
We gotta
There.
ruin their feasts.
I fixed your lore for
I-
you, Bethesda.
I guess my problem with this is that as much as I love the idea of all the Nords dying and going to the realm where they can eat awesome food and continue awesome
each
battles
other.
forever,
Or
and
each
it's
other.
basically-
It would have been nice if you'd actually come here and they were doing that instead of standing around with the props for them to do that in place, not taken advantage of.
My
Well,
question
I
to you,
guess-
Seamus, is how do you, like, cannibalize
Well, wait,
a hero in such a way that he turns into a gourd?
Gore.
Let Chris finish.
Well, I guess my problem with it overall was that it didn't feel like an afterlife for everyone in Skyrim or everyone in sort of Tamriel.
it
and
isn't.
that feels weird.
Yeah, isn't
Like-
it not supposed to be?
Well, but how does that work?
Like
Like when
specifically
Nords
for
die, they go
warriors?
to their special heaven. Everyone gets their own
When
unique
good
heaven.
Nords, like when imposing warriors and heroes die and they're Nords, they go to this place.
So are we the only Khajiit that has ever walked upon this realm? Like, is that not
It's
weird?
think
ambiguous,
so.
but probably, yeah. This is like the VIP room, the racist VIP room. It mixes
I like the idea
all
that
of-
these guys are all, like, kind of looking at us like, who
Yeah,
let the
that should be
cat
their
in?
reaction. Yeah, who... they should be kind of weirded out. Wait, since when do cats get into Nord heaven?
So,
And that's-
if you don't recognize these guys, that's cool. They're only the people who fucked up in that cutscene and sent Alduin into the future, so clearly they are the best
Alduin.
people we can have to come and help us fight him.
Alduin.
Why can't Sin come with it? That guy can throw a punch.
I bet if Cyborg and Superman and Batman and Wolverine were here, they'd help.
And Janasa.
Also, so apparently, like Shor, the Nord god of really incredibly lame houses, decided that once Alduin showed up, nobody should like go and fight him or stop him from eating all the people that are coming to the afterlife, only to get, you know, fucked up by a dragon. And instead, just like wait for like years for the Dragonborn to show up. Fuck you.
It
And
legit
fuck you.
is that, like, to go back to the
And fuck
issue
you.
of...
And fuck you again.
To go back to the
And
issue
you.
of Sovngarde's
And
visual appearance.
you.
I definitely agree with Mumbles and Chris. It's
And-
cool. It's just that it's not actually that. It's
You,
that,
for good
like,
measure?
it promises like this awesome place of feasting and revelry,
One more
and then
time.
it's just guys
Yeah.
standing around.
Yeah.
I wanted to get like into a fight,
Alright.
so there'd be like mead everywhere, you know.
Really, it
You wanted
needed
to
to be
get
its
into
own
the
area.
fight.
This should be the last chapter of the game, not the last mission of the game. It should be an area, an entire, like... Remember when we went underground and there was that entire underground area that was almost as big as Skyrim itself? We were all like, oh yeah, this place is awesome. This needed to be that times 2. Not in terms of size, but in
Sovngarde
terms of,
final
like...
fight.
Sovngarde could have
use
felt a little
clear
grander
skies.
than like the party room at a
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese.
It really, exactly. It feels like it's just like a cabin off in the foggy distance that has some sweet rolls in it. Like, what? Have some fucking rainbows and unicorns running around.
Mumbles. Be a good person, so when you die, you too might experience sweet rolls in a crappy cabin somewhere in the woods.
Meh. This is how I imagine
Yep.
purgatory to look. How is this not purgatory?
So here we go again. We're gonna this
Purgatory doesn't
time.
have sweet
It's
rolls.
totally gonna work, you guys. We're gonna clear out his miasma, and
They
then
give
he'll
it-
come down here and fight us, I guess.
Clear
You
out
clear
the
up his
dragon
asthma?
sinuses.
Yeah.
I will also say that this old-timey talk didn't really do it for me. The game takes itself a little
Yeah.
too seriously for this to work.
Well, it's also a game where old-timey talk would make sense at any point, and then suddenly they use it here, like, that, and it doesn't make sense.
And they don't really look old-timey. I mean, they've basically got the same equipment
Right.
that you do.
I can't let you guys steal
Yeah.
any of the glory, so you can all die now again. And we will throw Dragon Rend on what's his face.
Alduin.
No.
Reginald Cuthbert really is going to end up with does not play well with others on his resume after this season.
What? It wasn't already? Hey, no,
I don't think
don't get
there's
back
one
up.
moment where we've been gracious to an ally.
I know it wasn't Janasa.
And then we died, and the season was over.
Man, we died. I can't believe we died. Oh god.
Oh, god damn it!
You know, maybe if we spent more time killing the bad guys and less time killing the allies.
This guy's fucking lame, though. Hang on.
But they can't die. They can never
And don't
die.
hurt them here. No, don't hit the here. They have to give their dialogue.
No, they can't get, like, anything more than staggered by Fusroda.
It's
Josh
funny how
was
the
so-
things you say make
I
the things
tried
you do
this
even
before,
less rational.
incidentally.
Defeat Alduin.
I like how Soon just, like, watches. He just stands here and watches us fight Alduin. He's too
Eyes
cool
of
to actually
Shore.
help.
The eyes of Shore are upon you today, and he wonders, what in the world are you doing? Why did
Where
I
are
make
these
you the
fuckers? There they are.
Dragonborn? What was I thinking?
Is it ever really explained why you're the Dragonborn? Is it like,
because-
Shore chose you?
Because you're the
or
main character?
Why not? Why do we need to clear the skies?
Like I explained
Why
in that
can't we
post
fight
a
him
long
in this
time ago,
mist?
nobody actually knows what the Dragonborn is about, or like what Dragonborns are, including Bethesda.
Yeah. And like, was it like, if the Septim line had still existed, like this would be no problem? You just send Uriel Septim in here?
God.
Sort
No,
of an
but that
army
part
or
really
something?
Now you're making me think that this is going to be like Zelda, where there's like 2 timelines. The one where the Septims survived, and the one where the Septims all died. And this is one of the games where the Septims died, but there's another alternate universe game where the Septims
Careful,
lived.
Chris. That's basically been, something like that has been canon multiple times in the Elder Scrolls franchise.
I have no doubt that that will happen.
Where
Actually,
were you when the
it's-
dragon broke?
It's that, or it's this bringing back the
Just shut up
stupid
and do the thing.
dwarf race.
Stand fast. His strength is failing. Once more.
I want a game with a Dwemer in it. If I can play a Dwemer, that'd be pretty sweet. That'd be the first Elder Scrolls game with a new playable race since Morrowind.
Oh, new one in Morrowind.
Oh my god.
Orcs were pure mooks in Arena, and by Daggerfall's time, they'd rolled around to basically Klingons, and then by Morrowind, they were playable characters.
Alright, I got him that time. So now we can kill you fuckers and then punch him in the face if I can hit him. There we go. All right, game over.
Yeah, we did it.
Yay!
This did not take an hour. I'd like to point that out.
Yeah, that's like
You, fuck you, fuck you.
So you
Now
know what
we
this
can
means?
go
It means
join
we
the
need
Thieves
like
Guild.
30 minutes of DLC.
Let's go join the Thieves Guild.
yes.
Come on,
the dragon Alduin is dead and no longer terrorizes this land.
Oh, I can't
You may
loot
go
him.
now. You may go now to your eternal rest on the fields of Sovngarde. Right after I get done beating the shit out of each and every one of you. All right, who wants one?
Alright,
Who wants it
Can
first?
I go now?
When you are ready to rejoin the living,
We will sing of this battle. The time you kicked our asses, then beat up the dragon, then kicked our asses some more.
return now to Nern with this rich boon from shore.
Oh, good. A shout to someone, one of you
Cuthbert.
fuckers.
What a friggin' showed.
I would have
He
much preferred a
punched a
summon
dragon in
Janasa
the
shout. That would have
face.
been nice. Why are they smiling at me? They're smiling at me. This is awkward. What the? Soon shouted at me and knocked the guy over. Ouch. We don't even end up in the same place we left.
So this is also
You
a
can't
cool
ever
moment.
go back. now.
So this is a cool moment.
Do you want me to ruin it? Because I can totally ruin it and break everything.
Okay, so the moment is the dragons surround and begin mourning Alduin, but not attacking you. How are you gonna ruin it?
I'm going to piss off all of the dragons. Hey, what's up?
Dragon. Das Dragon.
Parthenax is cool. What's up, Parthenax? I just murdered one of your kin there, but alright. Uh-oh. This is bad. I can't exit out of this either.
Tab to exit. Hit tab to exit.
It doesn't let me. Wait!
Oh, there it goes.
Should we actually go and watch the,
Yeah.
voting?
He was your friend.
Okay.
He was
I
not having
can't
it.
kill him, apparently.
He's not
So,
having it.
I guess that's how it's gonna happen.
Okay.
And that is how Skyrim ends.
I like that.
What a mess.
So, I'm actually kind of surprised that there's not a credits sequence
Oh wow!
here.
Yeah. So it doesn't roll credits, and it didn't autosave after I killed Alduin. So we're just gonna go back to the main menu and press the credits button.
This is the most
All
awkward end to a season I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I
does
refuse.
not
I
get
don't
more
think.
awkward than this.
I think this is all on Bethesda. I think somebody didn't think this through.
Da 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 da.
I was waiting for it to roll credits, and it doesn't. And it was,
But who has time to test every single part of the game, like the climactic finale? I mean, there's a lot to do here. You know how long it takes to make a really shitty, nonsensical quest line like the Thieves Guild? That takes like 5 really dumb people weeks to write something that bad. We don't have time to focus on every part of the game.
Okay,
and some
okay,
things get
okay, for the-
overlooked.
We should go
For the
to
benefit of
Thieves Guild.
people,
What about
the
the
benefit
assassins?
of people who've never played this before, I should say that as much as I said it was a nice moment, and it kind of is, but maybe I was just emotional because it was like me finishing the 5th game in a row of the Elder Scrolls franchise. But you know, honestly, it's not. There's nothing surprising. You don't learn anything. Like nothing new happens. It's just like, yes, the game is over. You have won the game.
yeah, that's basically it. And then you can go talk
Things
to
will
Arnie, and he says the same thing.
Things will
Like,
happen.
characters-
Nothing unexpected.
Characters don't
That's it.
have arcs. Like, nobody develops. Nobody has a
Yeah.
change of heart. It's just a series of things that happen. It's really a series of shit that you kill. That is the game.
The Blades will still be pissed off because you haven't killed Parthenax yet, and Parthenax will just sit there and, just hang out.
Like, how silly is that to not have character arcs? Not even for, like, the central characters in the game. All the time you spend with these guys, and there's no intrigue, no development, nobody gets to know each other. It's just stuff that happens. And you just witness you murder a bunch of stuff, and then you witness the next segment of this really shallow, boilerplate story.
And see, that I could see how they would do that. That makes some sense to me, in some respects. Like, I could see how they would get to a position where, like, they didn't want to worry too much about things squirreling off in a dozen different directions, and, like, having each character have an arc of their cast of thousands.
Was played by a dude whose first name is Thor. I just want to point that out.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at voice actors. First resume, Thor, you're hired.
For all roles.
So that was that 2 episodes
A video
or 3
game?
that we just did? Probably 2.
That was 2.
That clocks us in at like 2 episodes shorter than Fallout New Vegas for our longest season. But I feel like we accomplished a lot less in this one.
So where did the time go, I wonder?
Like, I don't know, maybe it's just that this game doesn't have anything nearly as memorable as New Vegas. Like, if I think about the New Vegas season, I mean, like, we went and we fucked up the boomers, and we ruined stuff for Boone, and we went and did all the casinos, and did some DLC. We did 2 DLC packs.
The fast travel, that's what killed it. That we could get on a cart and go to anywhere in the game world. When you get in Vegas, in New Vegas, getting to Vegas was a big moment and an accomplishment. You earned that front door entry into Vegas. That was a big deal. In this game, you can go right to Windhelm, as soon as you get off the cart.
You mean...
Yeah, see, that's sort of the problem.
God damn it, those
with
W
Skyrim,
names.
because it's in a lot of ways Skyrim is a solid game. The mechanics are well designed for the most part. It's I can definitely see why so many people like it, and I even enjoyed it. But I feel like it's not going to be a game people remember for specific moments. People remember, oh yeah, Skyrim, I played like 1,000 hours of that game. Or maybe Skyrim, yeah, I remember the Assassin's Guild quest line, because that was kind of interesting. They did some things there. But just for the vast majority of it, it's going to be like, oh yeah, I remember Skyrim. Even Oblivion. Like, I think of Oblivion. When I think of that, I think of like, oh yeah, I remember like the quest where I went to sleep on the inn and it set out and set sail. Like, I remember the quest that was, like, the Shadow over Innsmouth. I remember when I went into that painting, and I fought, like, the painting trolls. I remember when that guy tricked me into going into a well, and I drowned trying to pick up a ring. Like, I remember that Fighters Guild quest early on, where they say that I have to go take care of a rat problem, and then it turns out that somebody's killing some lady's pet rats. Like, yeah. I remember the quest for Sheogorath, where I make it rain dogs. Like, I remember all this shit without even thinking too hard about it. I could dredge all this up. With Skyrim, there's the Sanguine quest. That's, like, about it.
I remember the time we saw Double Dragons.
Yeah, and there was that, and, like, we did some Imperial stuff, and it was all boring, and there was that one time where we pissed off Markarth, I think.
Actually,
I remember a lot of the Assassin's Guild quest in Skyrim, though, and by a lot of I mean like three of them. Kill the king.
Assassin's Guild was pretty good, actually.
Princess, killing the orc that sings. How great was that one?
Yeah, it's almost a shame we didn't actually do the Assassin's Guild quest line. I mean, we didn't have time.
I really think yeah, it's too bad because I feel like that actually was probably one of the strongest parts of the game because and it was one of the strongest parts of Oblivion too. I feel like just telling people to go kill people in funny ways is always going to be my favorite thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, reason, it's kind of like a mirror universe thing where, like, Morrowind is my favorite Elder Scrolls game, but I have to admit that basically every other Elder Scrolls game had a better Assassin's Guild quest line than Morrowind. Like, that's the one where Morrowind was just bafflingly boring, and then the other games are really interesting. With all the other games, it's the best part. It's weird.
Yeah. It was really good in Skyrim, and I really liked it in Oblivion as well.
But, like, just... in our New Vegas season, like, we did all kinds of side quests and other stuff and messed around with tons of factions, like, far more than I think we did with this game. And we also did 2 of the 4 DLCs.
Yeah.
And in this game, we didn't even touch DLC, and like, I don't know, like, what happened to all of that?
Where did the time go?
Can I just reiterate that as miserable as we were by the end of Dead Month, like, and, you know, as reluctant as we were to enter into Honest Hearts, it's really weird how Bethesda, like, with Oblivion to a large extent, Skyrim to a very large extent, and Fallout 3 to an extreme extent, their DLCs have all been bafflingly terrible. Like, really bad. And then New Vegas, like, there wasn't a single DLC that was just a dud. Like, all of them were interesting.
I don't know, I don't think the DLC for this game is that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
it's on par with the game, is, I guess, the problem.
Yeah, Dawnguard
that's
is...
harsh.
Dawnguard is, like, nonsensical, like, weird, like, vampire hunter bullshit, but it does have, like, one of the only companions in the game that has more dialogue than, hey, I'm your Thane, let me carry your stuff.
Dawnguard, I hated that so much. The more I thought about it, like, I wasn't crazy about it when I played it, but looking back, I really disliked Dawnguard, and everything about it just gets on my nerves.
The worst thing about it was, Dawnguard was the fucking vampire thing, right? Am I remembering that right? Okay. The worst thing about it was the fucking Badlands underworld place.
Oh,
yes.
It honestly looked like a place that was...
I thought I was playing Guild Wars.
Well, no, like, worse. Like, it really felt like you were in this land that was thought up of in, like, 2002. Like, it didn't look like a game these days should fucking have that in its... at all. No one should pay money for...
Huge empty space between copy-pasted, super generic ruins.
So what you're saying is we should all buy Elder Scrolls Online and enjoy Skyrim there, is what you're saying.
That'll be our next spoiler warning.
No!
Yeah. I think for the most part, you know, usually we have some cohesive things to say for our final episode, but I think in this case, it's really coming through that we're just fatigued. Like, you know, it's
I have some final thoughts where it's like, and they're the same thoughts I've had the entire damn series, so it's not particularly...
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at, but go ahead.
Well, just, I wish the game had more role-playing. I wish the game had more village-y stuff. I kind of wish I could, like, choose to settle down. I want to start a farm, or I want to find a wife that isn't just like, hey, every time you visit me, I'll give you 50 gold for no reason. I want to own a homestead, and
I like the idea of being paid to be married to somebody. I'm going to talk to my wife after this and see if she'll pay me $50 a day.
I'm going to turn this around on Chris.
If her storefront is paying off.
I'm going to turn this around on Chris. I want a spouse that gives me $50 every time I see them. Them, I mean, I don't care. Man, woman, who cares?
Yeah, it's $50.
They're not a partner. They're an ATM.
The game I loved is not the game that they made. This is the weird thing. Like, the story is really dry, the characters are super flat, and all the stuff that I loved was the emergent stuff that happened between that. Doing the dungeons, experimenting with the mechanics, kind of glitching and exploiting the economy, making equipment, all of that, which isn't their core game. That's like the stuff, that's like the stuff that they garnish the game with. But their core game is about defeating the ultimate world-eating dragon and settling this war between these two sides, and none of that was interesting to me. None of it was worth the time and effort that was put into it.
I will say, though, that it is nice that Notch moved on from Minecraft and made something like this.
I agree. You know, I think this is a real
How
step
long-
up.
wait,
Is other-
How fucking long?
How long
So
have you
I
been waiting for that one,
loved-
Chris?
I loved the game that took place in Skyrim, but I didn't love the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Like, I loved the side of this game, the extra stuff that wasn't sold as the core experience. That's what I loved, and all the mods. I mean, 962 hours. Obviously, I liked something of it, but the stuff that we saw in this Let's Play, very little of that is the stuff that interested me.
Yeah.
Which is
Wow,
weird.
you kind of make it sound like we screwed up.
Well, no, it's weird because we played what is intended to be the core experience.
Yeah.
And I think we played the
Turns
least
out it's not very
interesting-
good.
Yeah, why is this why is the best part of the game not the part that gets the most attention, the most money, the most marketing, the most focused, the most lavish assets? The best part of the game is the stuff that just sort of accidentally happened while they were building the rest of it.
Okay, so as the team's Elder Scrolls dude, I do think it's very interesting to see, like, Skyrim come to this point, because this is kind of the culmination of what Bethesda's been designing for the past, 5 or 6 or 7 years. We're starting to see the things that they've begun exploring in Oblivion and Fallout 3 really coming to a head in a way where I'm not really sure I want to see where this goes. And that's a really bleak thing to say. I don't think the games are getting worse. I think that I'm getting less interested in them, and that's okay. I think that we're seeing an end to, here's an Elder Scrolls game as a world which is in some way internally sort of operating, which you can really get involved in, which has some stuff going on that's kind of different and catches your attention, or you have some more agency to go around and define your environment and use the tools we give you to make this world in some way yours, and instead move a little way towards here's these tools, go solve the problems that we put in front of you the way we want you to solve them, and that's our game. And there's nothing wrong with one over the other, but I think it's clear from my tone which one I'm more enthusiastic about. So overall, I guess
It's
I'm
also
sort of
weird because I feel like Fallout 3 had a better story, and I say that really cringy.
Ooh.
But
I don't know if I'd give that
Fallout
up.
3 did
better.
Fallout 3 did have a
man.
better story. Fallout 3 did have a better story,
I mean, it was still awful, but
Okay, like the core of the story, like go find your dad. Like that was that better?
But the premise didn't make any sense, and
the premise, but it was better at like compelling you to want to do it.
It had more interesting characters, it had some character beats, which I
They
think
had
is
their incredibly expensive Hollywood voice actor actually present for half the game.
It found a way to make the stakes personal to your character while still making it work for just about any kind of character type. And it didn't do a perfect job, but it did an adequate job, and I'll give them credit for that.
Alright, I can see that.
Skyrim, it's just like, there's a dragon. It's a dragon. Do you want to fight the dragon? Okay, it's that way. Just fight the dragon, please. That was the entirety of Skyrim's Dragon Quest.
So I feel like this is kind of an end of an era for spoiler warning, because we've done the Fallout games, now we've done an Elder Scrolls game. Kind of done with Bethesda for a while.
Until we do our inevitable Daggerfall season, yes.
Oh god, no.
What?
I say we play the Elder Scrolls Redguard.
Or Elder Scrolls Online.
Let's play Arena.
It's always there waiting.
Arena.
I actually posted a YouTube video of Arena, and somebody said it made them nauseous. Like, not because of how I was playing it, but just like how the pixels were blended.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's our Skyrim season.
That was Skyrim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching. Tune in next season when we'll be playing CSI: Hard Evidence.
It's not even like a real game.
It's absolutely a real game. I have it in my... I have it right here in front of me. I own it.
Are you serious?
Yes. I'm fucking seriously a heart attack.
Why?